Huge news today in the world of Raid Shadow Legends. The full details of the April new champions have been revealed to us. Got a social media post from the land of rebirth to the furthest reaches of Mistwood. New champions arise to join the battle. You can learn more about these warriors on our forum. Do they help? Are these new champions going to be a good addition to our budget lineup, or are they just a pipe dream and we're never going to get them? Let's look into it a little bit more. What is up, Raiders of Teleria? My name is Charlie. This is New Raiders Only, and we've got all kinds of details about, let's see, Blade Chorister Kaldor, an attack champion. We've got Ludex Artor, a support champion from the Sacred Order. We've got Lysanthier Beastbane, which I'm kind of curious about, honestly. Defense champion from the High Elf faction. We've got Karen the Harvester, Lizardman faction support champion. And let's see, Arathia, Corpse Flower, Yuzin the Marooned. The epic champion here, Void, epic Void champion. Epic Void champion, interesting. Okay, health champion. A legendary Void attack, Arathia Corpse Flower, interesting. So first and foremost, I don't know how we're going to get any of these. I know that the Ludex Artor is going to be part of the weekly thing that's been discussed. So that's kind of interesting. If you've been following along with the channel at all, or you're new to the channel, I like to do entertaining and educational content for, the budget free-to-play raider in Raid Shadow Legends. And if you join the game with my promo code that is in the description box down below, you get a handful of free epic champions that are absolutely broken for free to play and budget gamers. You get Uugo, you get Tagoar. Obviously, you can pick whatever starter champion you want. I went with Kale. I got the Supreme Gallic day one as well. And if you continue on just a little bit further, you're going to get the Grizzled Jarl and Chonoru added in there. I think that it's one of the better setups. Nice variety of champions, not all stuck to the same faction. If you want to lean into that Kale poison setup, then you can use Orchestra of War from Blade Chorister Kaldor to apply more poisons or just buff your allies. But to me, Blade Chorister Kaldor is not somebody that I would add to my budget free-to-play team if I were to get access to them. This seems like it's a poor combination with Uugo's Maelstrom Rack. This ability not only puts a decreased defense on the enemy, but it also blocks buffs from being applied. And if you get her speed high enough, it usually goes off immediately at the start of battle. So this is kind of my thoughts that not going to be a good addition. Some of these other abilities are really nice, especially the Aura to increase speed by 15%. For Sylvan Watchers, I suppose. But, there's some good faction stuff here. If you really are a big fan of the Sylvan Watchers, if you've gotten a lot of those luckily out of shards, then maybe. I'm sure that this individual is pretty strong, spirit, affinity, but he's just not for me. Not for me and my team. Now, we already have a handful of support between Uugo and Tagoar on our main team for free, so I don't know that we need Ludex Artor, but probably the easiest of all of the champions that are being added to get in the month of April. The main reason that I think a lot of people are going to want Ludex Artor is the speed aura in Arena. Increases ally speed by 25% in Arena. This is interesting. The other hero that you get for free with my promo code is a support epic Tagoar, and Tagoar has got this area of effect revive and shield buff, but I do think that possibly the ally revive and boosts, even though it's a single target, with the 25% increased speed, I think this might slightly be better. Yeah, again, I'm not really sure how good or how easy or how inexpensive Ludex Artor is going to be. But the thing about, champions like this that are available from some kind of special thing, right? Just logging in every day and collecting the reward, the advent calendar kind of thing. Those kind of champions end up being hard to get. Like if you're watching this video, for example, a year from now, that might dissuade you from trying to chase this as an addition to your team. But 25% speed in Arena, like getting your attacks and debuffs off first in the Arena, guaranteed. Obviously, everybody's going to be using Ludex Artor. Potentially, a lot of people are going to be using them on defense, especially if he's easy to get. That's something to consider for sure. And all of these other miscellaneous buffs and the revive, attack all enemies, heals all out. An area of effect heal? Yeah, pretty good. Now, Lysanthier Beastbane immediately caught my eye because of the extra attacks. Most of Lysanthier's abilities attack twice or more, and they all have increased effects. So this could be really nice. we don't have a really strong, tank hero for our stable of champions, for our main free-to-play team. We have a really strong attacker in the Supreme Gallic, a couple of great supports in Uugo and Tagoar. You do get the Grizzled Jarl a little bit later on, and Grizzled Jarl is good, but Grizzled Jarl is a little on the defensive side compared to Lysanther. I think that Lysanther could be interesting. I also think Lysanther looks absolutely epic. I love the black and gold with the red. Oh my goodness. This champion. Matter of fact, real quick, let's go take a look at Ludic's Artor. Oh, this guy. Look at his dangling purple smoky balls. Oh, this guy looks epic. Holy jumping. I've got to have this champion. I have got to have, you have the aura right here. Whew, I've got to have this champion. Oh, his glowing eyes. Oh, I've got to have this guy. Yeah, so we're going to try to get Ludex for our arena teams. We're going to try to get Lysanther for a tank. Yeah, I'm not sure how to get Lysanther. I don't know how difficult they're going to be. Yeah, so Karen the Harvester is a support lizardman. And one of my favorite things about Karen the Harvester, one of my things about all games, actually, is to be spiteful, right? There's a popular team that everybody likes to build. And I know everybody's talking about speed teams right now. Speed is the king. Speed is king, as it were. And this guy, his whole job is to shut down speed. Decreasing speed puts target skills on cooldown and puts them to sleep. This one right here, whenever an enemy attempts to increase their turn meter, it decreases the value of that turn meter fill effect by 25%. Just a passive effect. And anytime a sleep debuff is removed or ends on a target, and there's 2 sleep right here, then it puts all that target skills on cooldown. Are you kidding me? This guy, Karen the Harvester and the Lizardmen. Yeah, I mean, you don't look as cool as some of the other, but that's really kind of subjective. The Sacred Order and like the High Elves are kind of like my favorite looking aesthetically. Oh, this with the beehive. You know what? I like this guy. I like this guy a lot. I like to be spiteful. I like to counter people's strategies. I don't like to do the popular thing. This is really interesting to me. So Rathia Corpse Flower is a attacker. Looks kind of cool. Let's take a look at her skills. You've got increases attack in all battles by 30%. Interesting. Okay, so a lot of bonus damage can be pretty helpful. Passive abilities. If this champion kills 1 or more enemies in a battle, we'll ignore 10% of any defense. Okay, if this champion kills 2 or more enemies, this champion will receive a shield buff. Okay, that's cool. If this champion kills 3 or more enemies, each attack will decrease a target's turn meter. Okay. So we have a Hex. Let's see. Fills this champion turn meter by 10%. Fills this champion's turn meter by an additional 10 if enemy is hexed. Will counterattack when the skill when hit by enemies under a Hex debuff. Attacks all enemies 2 times. Damage increases by 10% for each enemy under a Hex effect. Will ignore shield and strengthen will also, okay. Fills this, okay. So where are the hexes then? Has a 75% chance of placing a Death Brand debuff. Also a 75% chance of placing a Hex debuff on all enemies. Nice. Okay, so here's the Hex. So the play is to put Hex on all enemies and then use these other abilities right here. This is a really nice counterattack. I like that. It makes you faster. And then the passive, let's see, we already went over that one. Yeah, I mean, she's cool. I'm not as excited about this. It doesn't, the skills are great. Obviously, any legendary is going to have great stats and high base speed. That's nice. Obviously, any legendary is going to be really strong. It's just that as far as meshing with our free-to-play team, I don't think so. Could be a good replacement for Alice if you don't have her. I don't know. And then finally, using the Marooned, who is a Skinwalker. Where are you? Here we go. Using the Marooned is an epic. Here we go. Okay. This guy, look at this hammer. I like that hammer. All right, what do we got? We got Hammerhorn. Transfers a random debuff from this champion to the target. Ooh. I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say to me bounces off and sticks on you. That's great. Attacks all enemies. 75% chance of removing 2 random buffs from all enemies. Has a 75% chance of removing buffs from enemies. Okay. And of course, that's increased to 100%. Heals this champion by 10%. Okay, very cool. Removes 1 random debuff from all allies. Nice. Heals all allies and places a block debuff on allies for 2 turns. That's nice. Nice tank. Nice tank action there. And then the passive, whenever this champion heals themselves using a skill, also heals all allies. Okay. And then the aura increases ally resistance in all battles by 40. So that's not a bad tanky choice. Not a bad frontline champion. Using the Marooned. All right, so taking a look back at this list here, I am most excited. I like Kieran the Harvester. I like because of the counter speed. I like that a lot. I do. I like Lysanthier because of the extra attacks. Maybe I like using a little better. I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to play around with it. And Ludix Arthur, man, I really want to get this guy. So yeah, let me know in the comment section down below which of these April champions that you're most interested in adding to your team. We definitely have a good opportunity to add some good champions to our free-to-play team. And if you're still relatively new at Raid Shadow Legends and you're curious, what direction you should follow in a given day, then check out the video that's on screen now. It's going to break down the Arbiter missions, which is something that's going to take you a long time to complete, and also going to teach you a ton about the game. Make sure that if you do start Raid Shadow Legends, to download the game using my link in the description box down below. I love you all. Good luck in Teleria.